Hey, what's good guys? This is Chris from WearTesters.com. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. And today we are talking about these potential bad boys right here. This is Kawhi Leonard, the Claw. This is his first signature sneaker, not just with, New Balance, but with any brand. And this is the New Balance OMN1. So first things first, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Seth Fowler. He was the one that actually scooped these up, and then he hit me up and been like, yo, I saw that you missed out on them because they botched the release. And he was like, I'll give it to you for retail. I was like, cool, man. And he got them to me real quick, all that stuff. He did his review. Now it's time to do mine. This shit is awesome. So big thank you to Seth Fowler. We greatly appreciate it. And with that being said, look at this traction, man. This looks amazing. Not only does it look amazing, but it feels amazing too. The rubber is nice and firm. It's thick. It should last indoors and outdoors. It is translucent, something that we're not sure about as of right now as far as New Balance is concerned, because they are re-entering the basketball market. For those of you guys that are longtime San Antonio fans, you already know that New Balance was a basketball shoe for a very long time. Matt Bonner wore those New Balance shoes until literally the soles fell off. It was his favorite sneaker to play in. He refused to play in anything else. I don't know if this is going to be much of the same or not, but we'll have to just wait and see. So I don't know what their actual translucent feels like on court, whether dust affects it or not. I'm sure that it will in some way, but I am excited to try these out nonetheless. I do like that it's herringbone. They started off strong with the traction. They're not putting any gimmicks, no storytelling. All it is the stuff that works, and it's in a multi-directional fashion, so you should get linear and lateral coverage no problem. Now the cushion on these guys is what New Balance calls fuel cell. Fact checker Drew, what is fuel cell?
Nitrogen infused foam.
Which sounds like bull to me, but it is what it is. What foam does when they make it is they inject air into it sometimes, and instead of injecting air, New Balance decided to inject nitrogen. But air has nitrogen in it. That's the theory behind it. Supposedly it's like a longer lasting foam type of cushion. All I know is that when I put them on, it didn't feel like anything amazing. It felt pretty firm underfoot. They do have an ortholite insole, so you get a little bit of fluffy stepping comfort. But other than that, I'm not expecting much out of these. This will probably be a good court feel shoe. So if you like playing in Steph Curry shoe or maybe a Kyrie shoe, this feels like it could be much of the same. Now the materials on these guys feel like the nicest part about the shoe other than the traction itself. What we have here is a full-on textile, and it's done up in almost a one-piece booty fashion, even though there are multiple layers to the shoes. So the outer layer that you see is actually the textile. What I love about it is, for one, it looks awesome. I love this blue color. There's going to be multiple colorways, so that doesn't apply to all of them, but this guy being in blue looks really great. It's got that Nightwing flavor to it. And then on top of that, it looks like they've screen printed this kind of like black textile graphic to it, and it just looks really interesting. It's there for support in high wear areas. Now on top of that stuff, the tongue area is all kind of like one piece. It's connected to the back collar area, and it's made up of a really nice stretchy knit. It gives you a lot of airflow right here in the tongue, which I really like. So that part of the shoe is going to be very breathable. The rest of it, not so much. There's this weird bungee at the midfoot section. It's not really there to do anything. You can kind of pull it all away from the shoe and all that stuff. I think it's just there for aesthetics. And then on the back area, you have a synthetic leather panel that is pressed with this weird, I don't know what this is. Is this croc or snake?
That's a raptor.
Raptor skin. Oh, that's a new one. I guess that works. That's a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah. Either way, it looks tacky as hell. Not a big fan of it. One thing I do like though are these weird claw looking things right there. Those, I guess you can say, are from a raptor, right? It's their little tappy toe. These things, I actually thought they were plastic, and they are not. It is just folded up pieces of synthetic, which is really interesting. I think that is pretty, actually it's pretty smart, like for whoever designed this. You want this type of look to the shoe, but you don't want to add weight. You don't want to add potential, pinching or hot spot points. So what is it that you do? Make it out of synthetic leather, and you put this gold foily material on it. Genius. The marketing of the shoe, not so much, but hey, whatever. Now on the tongue, you do have Kawhi's logo. You can also see that right here on the insole. Looks like the Kmart logo to me, so I'm not a big fan of that. That looks very strange to me, but it's got a K and a 2 for Kawhi and his jersey number. As far as fit is concerned, these guys, they run long, and I was not happy about that because I like my shoes to fit nice and snug. These guys fit at least half a size big, and on top of that, there's a lot of volume above my toe. So again, it's not something that I'm thrilled about, but hopefully it'll work out. Maybe I'll double or triple sock if needed or something like that. I don't know, stick another insole in there, try to fill up some of the extra space. I just hope that it works out. They do feel like they're gonna be a solid performance shoe. I just don't know if they're going to be what everybody wants. Because these retailed for what, 140? I'm pretty sure it was 140. And if they don't have like great cushion and a great fit, I don't know. I think that's kind of it's a slight missed opportunity, but this is their first re-entry back into the basketball space. So, you know, it's not a huge deal. It's just interesting. So that pretty much takes care of everything. Just a quick look, detailed overview, all that kind of stuff, tech spec breakdown and everything like that. If you want a performance review, stay tuned. I will be testing these guys out. I believe the first real launch is going to be like somewhere in October. I did hear that they oversold the hell out of these things on their first release that was not for sheep, but you know, when you make something limited, bah. And you know, for those people that did get pairs that were oversold, meaning that they're not actually getting them, I've heard that they are actually going to be sending more pairs out to those people around the June timeframe. So if you bought a pair and they're not arriving yet, I guess they're gonna arrive soon. Everybody else though, all of us common folks, we gotta wait till October, which kind of sucks because Kawhi is doing some damage in these guys right now in the playoffs. You should strike where the iron is hot, but I don't work for New Balance. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. Again, big thank you to Seth for sending these my way, or not just sending them, but allowing me to buy them back from you. That was dope. No resale, by the way. He sold them to me for retail plus shipping. That's what homies do. Thank you so much for watching again, and until next time, guys, have a good one. The marketing for these guys was awful so far. That first release for these, man, what a joke that was.
Well, that was me because there's so many New Balance models where they're numbered, and so I was like, did that have something to do with it? Like trying to piece it together, and there was zilch.
Look, man, they made 232 pairs of these.
Yeah.
That right off the bat. And some people are like, oh, well, they're testing the waters. No, I don't think you realize how much that those 200, like if that's all that they're making, 232 pairs, they did not make their money back.
Right.
They lost a ton of money because it costs way more than that. Like the total of every pair sold, accumulated, probably only took care of a few size runs of tooling molds. You know what I'm saying? Like we're talking, you got to sell thousands of pairs to make your money back. So to test the waters, that is not what is happening because they're going to mass release this thing come October. They're going to release all the colorways. They're going to try to hype it up, and that's all that 232 release paired were, is to hype things up and to get people that otherwise wouldn't be excited for the shoe excited, yet they're marketing the shoe as if they're not catering to those specific people. And I'm just kind of like, come on, man. Like,
What is that called? A wolf in sheep's clothing?
basically, like, it's just like, you know, they're saying like not for sheep, but yet you're using sheep tactics. Like you're baiting sheep to come in and scoop these up. And I swear this just bots like swooped in because I was in the middle of paying.
Yeah.
And it kept looping me.
And you said that a bunch of them showed up on StockX.
Immediately. And so like what ends up happening is like somebody with a bot, and I don't use bots. I think that that's stupid. It's great if you use them because you get whatever shoe you want, but I don't use them. It just sounds ridiculous. I have to use a bot to buy my sneaker, a basketball sneaker. This is not even a Travis Scott Air Jordan 1. This is a fucking New Balance for Kawhi Leonard. Have you heard his laugh?
I love his laugh.
Did you hear the most recent one though, where they did the Jurassic Park theme song? That was awesome. But anyways, this is a basketball shoe, and they're trying to say like, oh yeah, this is basketball shoes for basketball players. But who were you really selling to? Like, I mean, just come on, guys. Like, really? I just don't agree with that. I think it was whack. I think it was messed up. It was backwards marketing. To me, if you were already a New Balance fan or you were a potential New Balance customer, like which was me, because I've never bought a New Balance basketball shoe before, and neither has the majority of current basketball players. And if that is the gimmick that you're using to try and reach those customers, you already lost me. Like, you already lost me. If this wasn't my job, you know what I'm saying?
You'd pass.
If my job was not to test sneakers, if I just bought whatever I felt like, you know what I'm saying? Then you've already lost me as a customer, period. And that's the thing that I think is messed up. You drop the ball on that, and I don't care how you try to spin it. Oh, we're testing the market. Give me a break, dude. You're New Balance. You've been around for how many decades? You don't test the market. You're f***ing New Balance. You know how to make shoes. You know how to sell them. That's ridiculous. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So yeah, I don't think so. What they did do is they f***ed up, and that's just what it is. You teased people that were genuinely interested in brand new products, and then you pulled it away from them. Sheep are funny people, man. They're funny creatures. And yeah, they fell for it hard with these because nobody's paying $500 for this. Actually, I saw one person. You're an idiot. Yeah.